Hello everyone. Today we're diving into some dark truths about the Reformation. How some Protestant reformers and heretics, fueled by error and hatred, twisted scripture to deny Christ's divinity, aligning with the Antichrist as warned about in the book of John. Their rhetoric, like Martin Luther's, often stretched the truth to vilify the Catholic Church, but the facts expose their lies. The book of John is crystal clear about the Antichrist. John 1:14 declares, "The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. This is Christ, fully God, born in human form." But John 1:4 verses 2 to 3 warns, "Every spirit that confesses Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is from God, and every spirit that does not confess Jesus is not from God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist." Denying Christ's divinity marks the Antichrist, pure and simple. Yet heretics like Arius in the 4th century denied this, claiming Jesus was a created being, not co-eternal with God. Arius argued Christ was subordinate, a mere creature, contradicting John's testimony. His error was crushed at the Council of Nicaea in 325, which affirmed Christ's divinity. But shockingly, some reformers and modern Protestants have revived Arius's heresy. Anti-Trinitarians, like the Socinians of the 16th century, echoed Arius, rejecting the Trinity as polytheistic, much like Islamic Tawhid, which insists on God's absolute oneness, or Allah's absolute oneness. Michael Servetus, a Reformation figure, even used the Quran to argue against the Trinity, praising Muhammad's monotheism. These modern Arians claim biblical support, but they cherry-pick verses, ignoring John 1 verse 1. "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." Logic dismantles their case. If Christ is not divine, and John insists that Christ is, the denial aligns with the Antichrist spirit, not with Scripture. Now let's turn to Martin Luther, whose own words betray his dishonesty. In his commentary on the Catholics and the Pope, Luther writes, "No one has filled the ranks of the Antichrist so craftily and so astutely as the Pope has done. To be sure, Manichaeus, Marcion, and Valentinus came along with the flat statement that the flesh of Christ was a phantom, and the fanatics say that the flesh of Christ profits nothing at all. But the spirit of the Pope is the subtlest. He acknowledges the coming of Christ, but he has removed the kernel, namely that Christ came to save sinners. Hence he has filled the world with sects, has left everything for a show, and has really done away with everything." Here Luther admits Catholics affirm Christ's incarnation, as John demands, contradicting his Antichrist claim. He can't have both ways. If Catholics confessed Christ as Lord, they're not denying Jesus' divinity. But Luther's real lie is in his rhetoric. He claims the Pope filled the world with sects, painting Catholicism as fragmented. That's bluster, not truth. Catholicism is the universal church, one body under the see of Peter, united in doctrine for centuries. It's Protestantism that's splintered. Thousands of sects, from Lutherans to Calvinists to Anabaptists, each with conflicting, contradictory beliefs. Luther's own movement birthed this chaos, not the Catholic Church. His accusation is a mirror held to his own failure, projecting Protestant division onto the Catholic Church. It's dishonest, a desperate stretch to smear the Church while ignoring his own role in fracturing Christianity. Many reformers like Servetus didn't just flirt with anti-Trinitarianism, they mirrored Islamic ideas as seen in their rejection of sacraments and iconoclasm. The Dutch said, "Liever Turks than Paps," better Muslims than Catholics, showing their affinity for Muslims over Catholics, suggesting a theological and ideological alignment, a Protestant-Islamic unity against the common enemy. Luther's lies and these heresies are not just errors, they're a betrayal of John's warning, manifesting the spirit of the Antichrist by distorting Christ's truth. Thank you for watching. Drop your thoughts below. How far did these reformers stray? Do like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and let's keep exposing the truth, even when it becomes uncomfortable. Thank you very much, and God bless.